Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Cowboys tight end projects brutally as fantasy bust. The 2025 season for the Dallas Cowboys could be seen as a defining one for a host of players, and one who is firmly in the crosshairs is tight end Luke Schoonmaker. The former second-round pick hasn't developed as many had hoped. With time missed during crucial off-season periods due to injury, coupled with SOSO play once on the field, Schoonmaker needs something positive to happen this season. With Jake Ferguson in a contract year, Schoonmaker could potentially take over after the 2025 season, but only if he proves himself worthy. And looking at ESPN's Mike Clay's 2025 player projections, something he does annually, it isn't going to be a good year for the former Michigan Wolverine. Luke Schoonmaker 2025 projection, 14 receptions, 131 yards, 1 touchdown. This would perhaps be the worst-case scenario for Schoon if this did eventuate. And the word bust is right around the corner. Fewer receptions and yards in a year when he is expected to take a step forward wouldn't bode well with this new coaching staff and might put his future with the franchise in jeopardy. Now, this is all purely speculative, and under Brian Schottenheimer, Schoonmaker might take another step forward as he did last season, where he showed some glimpses of the pass-catching tight end he could be. With only Ferguson ahead of him, Schoonmaker should see his fair share of snaps. It is just crucial he maximizes them, and to do that, he must have a good offseason, something he is yet to have. My crew chief, Dak Prescott shares picture with fiancée Sarah Jane during Texas Motor Speedway. Dak Prescott, quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, recently shared a picture of him and his fiancée, Sarah Jane Ramos at the Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth. Prescott and Jane were attendees of the Worth 400 NASCAR race and were spotted in front of the racetrack. The quarterback and his fiancée are currently expecting their second child. Prescott and Sarah Jane Ramos started dating in 2023 and welcomed their first child early last year. In October 2024, the pair got engaged. Sarah Jane is in her third trimester right now, with her due date barely being weeks away. My crew chief, Dak Prescott captioned his Instagram post, showing him and his fiancée attending the recent NASCAR race in Fort Worth. Meanwhile, Dak Prescott is actively going rehab and training for the upcoming NFL season after undergoing a disastrous season-ending hamstring injury last year. Prescott has been playing for the Cowboys since 2016 after being selected by the 135th pick in the 4th round of the NFL Draft. The Dallas Cowboys will be leaning on Prescott to be their starting quarterback in the 2025 NFL season, hoping to do much better than their previous season. In the 2024 NFL season, the Cowboys finished third in the NFC East after winning 7 games and losing 10. The Cowboys played their very last game against the Commanders, losing 23-19. On another note, rumors are that there is trouble brewing in the Dallas Cowboys locker room as a result of head coach Brian Schottenheimer's tactics. Schottenheimer made it pretty clear that he has not come to the Cowboys team to only play. He is also known for being quite strict with his training methods. However, it looks like Dak Prescott and several other players of the Cowboys squad are not too happy with Schottenheimer's coaching style. The head coach also apparently made the players move their seats around in the locker room in order to establish clear leadership patterns. Schottenheimer has a vast coaching resume after having started as an assistant coaching staff with the St. Louis Rams. This is Schottenheimer's first head coaching gig. Before this, the Dallas Cowboys head coach was the offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, clearly making a great impression for the Cowboys to bring him in as a head coach. Schottenheimer has been asserting himself as the top dog in the locker room and has already broken patterns in Dallas. Cowboys may cut ties with former 1,200-yard Pro Bowl playmaker. The Dallas Cowboys running back room is crowded, but it remains to be seen if this will lead to improved production in 2025. Dallas is in search of a new starting running back with Rico Dowdle departing to the Carolina Panthers during NFL free agency. the Cowboys signed a pair of veterans in Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders this offseason. Additionally, the Cowboys drafted 2 running backs on day 3 by taking flyers on Texas Longhorns standout Jaden Blue and Clemson Tigers playmaker Phil Mafah. Dallas has 7 running backs on their roster with Deuce Vaughn, Malik Davis, and Hunter Luepke returning as well. It is safe to say not all 7 running backs will make the final roster. Let's explore why Sanders could be a potential cut candidate for Dallas in the coming months. USA Today's Ben Grimaldi floated a list of 5 players who are on the roster bubble following the NFL draft. The analyst believes Sanders has some work to do in order to solidify his spot on the final roster. The Cowboys signed the veteran running back late in free agency and he felt like a placeholder in case the draft plans didn't pan out, Grimaldi wrote in a May 3, 2025, story titled, 5 Cowboys Who May Not Make the 2025 Roster Include Second-Round Picks. With the team drafting not 1, but 2 RB prospects, Sanders is clinging to his roster spot by a thread. Sanders doesn't present any of the upside that Blue has, and the veteran RB will likely be fighting it out with another rookie RB, 7th-round selection Phil Mafah, for a spot on the roster. Mafah is a big, physical RB, more traits that Sanders does not possess. Sanders needs a strong offseason and training camp to make the Cowboys. Bringing on Sanders was a low-risk move for Dallas, especially given his contract. Sanders inked a 1-year, $1.3 million contract with just $167,500 guaranteed, per Spotrac. Fans may remember Dallas made a similar move last offseason for Royce Freeman. The Cowboys ended up releasing Freeman before Week 1 as the team finalized their 53-man roster. The Cowboys are likely hoping Sanders can regain the form that the veteran had with the Philadelphia Eagles. Sanders' best season came with the Eagles in 2022 when the running back posted 259 carries for 1,269 yards and 11 touchdowns in his lone Pro Bowl campaign. After signing with the Panthers, Sanders was unable to show similar production that the rusher displayed in Philly. Sanders is coming off the worst statistical season of his career, posting 55 carries for 205 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns in 11 appearances in 2024. The Athletic's Saad Youssef projects Williams as the early favorite to be the Cowboys' starting running back. It's a stacked running back room, in terms of sheer numbers, but there isn't really a clear-cut number 1 bell cow back, Youssef wrote in an April 30 article titled, Cowboys Post-Draft Depth Chart Reset, Only One Position Remains as Glaring Need. It's worth noting that head coach Brian Schottenheimer did not commit to a committee approach for the season after the draft, saying, it's too early. Last year, the Cowboys advertised a running back by committee approach early in the offseason and stayed with that for far too long before turning things over to Rico Dowdle. The hope would be that one of the top 3 guys, Williams, Sanders, or Blue, is able to separate himself as the lead back, with others filling in with designated roles. And you, fan? What do you think about Miles Sanders' situation? Write to us in the comments.